Welcome to Poets from the Neighborhood. I am VeerajaR.
And I'm David M. Harris. We hope you'll enjoy the poems we'll be reading today, poems written by your friends and neighbors. Our first poem today is one of mine, Get Thee Behind Me. Judaism doesn't believe in sin, not the way Christianity does. God won't punish you for eternity for eating the wrong breakfast. I think bacon is one of God's most brilliant creations. God will be disappointed, the ultimate Jewish mother, but the only punishment will be your own conscience. The Greeks asked, is this holy because the gods love it, or do the gods love it because it is holy? Talmudists before the Talmud. What makes the law holy? What makes us holy? Is a tzaddik, a holy person, one who obeys all 613 laws? The Talmud says there are times when we can ignore the law in order to save a life. Hillel said, that which is hateful to you, do not do to others. Obeying that great law should keep us, me, on the righteous road. If that isn't enough for God, she can do with me what she likes.
The next poem, written by Lewis Collin, titled Serenity. A red-tailed hawk glides underneath the angel grace of feathering clouds.
Another poem by me, David M. Harris. Going to Hell, an essay in verse. The man in the seat next to me on the flight out of Nashville, self-proclaimed buckle on the Bible Belt, only wanted to save me from eternity, submerged in the lake of fire. Without his help, I might never accept Jesus and the true evangelical faith, lose my opportunity of heavenly bliss. But for what? Am I a mortal sinner? I see myself as less than evil. So did Stalin, of course. Collateral damage was extensive, but he tried to build a worker's paradise. If the heart is not evil, will God say, go to hell forever? Is she beyond forgiveness? Does she judge the actions more than the heart? Is there room for unintended consequences? Should I try to avoid mortal sin by sitting quiet in a dark room? Are you really moral if you act well only out of fear? Love your neighbor or face unspeakable, unending torture? No, that's not for me. Try to do good because it is good. Sartre said hell is other people, but Huck looked forward to eternity with his pals. Hindus despair at the prospect of forever on the great wheel, and Jews worry enough about this life. Life without parole is a very long sentence. Death without parole, millions and billions of years of torture. The people who invented hell didn't think in such big numbers. Their world was young. Their world was false in so many ways. No geology, no astronomy, no faith in testable experience. They hadn't learned that some effects are not divine will, that some are just the workings of the universe. Some gods are harsh, but even Mars only killed, then stopped. No lake of fire for unbelieving Christians. How could I give up my unbelief, my mostly moral life, to dodge eternal torment by a loving God?
Maremma, written by Joseph T. Sanfilippo. My land is ancient like my people, like its walls and its roofs that sleepily lie on hills, sloping down to the sea. All I have left is the silence and the shadows that desperately search for what no longer exists. My land exists in the dimness of time, protected eternally by deep roots, hidden between the eternal green and the envious yellow of the brooms. My land exists in me.
Next, we have a poem by Erin Glass, Thrush. The thrush may return, but they never look back. The crabgrass will crawl right into your palm, because grace can make any blade gentle. They say my fate is like a doll's captured face, too wrong to go back, too estranged to be managed. My days can't be mirrored unless they mend by the moon. Either way, there's a record, and it is carried on the backs of horses. It is carried in a splinter of snow. How do we inhabit this fragmented life? Is the body the light in the window or the one who looks in? What part of us does not disappear when we disappear?
Simply from dust. Written by me, VeerajaR. Sketch, score, and chisel. Carve into mounds of rock. Build cities like Nabatean Petra. Fortified palace in Serenity, standing still monumental amid scorching desert or tropical rainforest. Though oceans away, rocks from centuries past speaks to human effort at larger than life obsession to be immortal. Baby steps at parodying the one who fashioned rocks and the mortals simply from dust. Thank you for watching Poets from the Neighborhood. We hope you'll join us again soon.